2008 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 6-Speed, 52,000 original miles. Walk around video. As mentioned, Jeep's got 52,000 original miles, all stock. Jeep was adult owned, garage kept, never had any accidents, great service records, clean Carfax, just a really nice, clean, unmolested Jeep. Color is what Jeep called in 08 Jeep green metallic. It's got a khaki interior and a khaki soft top. Just a really cool color combination. Paint is in fact all original, just in excellent condition. But the Jeep itself, in terms of options, a very hard-loaded Jeep. Most noteworthy is the Sahara package, which the Sahara package itself was pretty robust. It was a pretty expensive option even in 2008. But in a nutshell, basically what the Sahara was the distinct 18-inch alloy wheels. All the Saharas came with painted fender flares. In other words, whatever the exterior color was, all of the flares are painted body color, versus on your standard model Wranglers, those were all matte black. They also had both front and rear this unique silver applique in the center section of both the rear bumper and the front bumper. But air conditioning, this does have the 3.8 V6, 205 horsepower, just an excellent engine, 6-speed transmission. This has the power convenience group, which is power windows, power door locks, keyless entry. Does as well have tilt wheel and cruise control. All Saharas had factory installed front tow hooks and skid plates on the undercarriage. The unique Sahara badging. And the interior was just a more robust, a little fancier trim. They called it two-tone. If you look closely at it, the inserts in between the bolsters is just a hair darker. Just gives it a really cool contrast. But that interior is what they call khaki, matches the top. Then it had corresponding khaki inserts and hard doormat pockets. Also, the Sahara's had a leather wrapped steering wheel, full length console as well. This particular Jeep has Mopar premium sound. When it was originally new, it's got an upgraded Kenwood, I'll show you in a minute, but it has what's called the speaker bar. So there's actually speakers integrated into the roll bar, so when you have the soft top down, it's basically like surround sound. The Jeep itself is just very clean. I mean, you get the nooks and the crannies inside the door jams, upside on the inner door jams. All the paint is consistent with the exterior. The doors themselves, by the way, don't appear to have ever been off. No harm, no foul, but they just don't appear as if they've ever taken the doors off. Full length console, if I didn't mention that. 6-speed, as I mentioned. But very clean on the interior. Non-smoker, no kids, no dogs. Carpets are clean, no weird smells. Dash is nice, no cracks, no warpage, no abnormal wear. Back seat as well looks virtually unused. 2008s did have full lap belts and shoulder harnesses as well. But just very clean. I mean, you walk around the Jeep, really no abnormal nicks, dings, overly ugly touch-up marks. Just really presents itself nicely. I mean, basically what you see in those photos is accurate. Just a very nice, clean, well-kept Jeep. Another bonus on your 2008 JKs, this actually has the Dana 44 heavy-duty rear axle, and then this particular Sahara, when it was ordered, it has the traction lock / positive traction rear differential and the 373 rear axle ratio. Another option on this Jeep, those are actually the Mopar running boards. Just a really nice running board because they come up and they virtually contour into the flare. And I just like them, seeing many different versions of running boards, but I like the way that they stay parallel with the flare and they don't protrude out, but they really do their job in terms of alleviating, you know, a lot of flail and whatnot. There's your front two-tone insert, again unique to the Sahara. Another cost option that this Jeep has is the trailer tow group, which that is actually a class 3 hitch. In other words, it was the more heavy duty of the two. Does not look like it's been used. Again, inside the door jambs on the passenger side. Inner rockers equally as clean. And very nice, all your door strikers are still the cadmium silver. They're not corroded or discolored. All of your weather stripping and moldings are still soft, pliable. They're not heat checked or dry rotted. All in very nice shape. And the Jeep just has a beautiful chassis. And the Jeep was garaged. I mean, you look up under the doors. I think I uploaded some photos, but nonetheless, just no rust underneath the doors, underneath the tailgate. Very clean. All of your windshield hinges are still nice. They're not all peppered up with stone chips. All the glass is nice. All your front cowling area, paint again consistent with the exterior. Jeep does have a very tasteful upgraded set of LED headlights. And in 2008, a lot of people don't realize this, but the 6-speed transmission is it was actually made by Mercedes-Benz. It's what they call the NSG 370. That was actually a carryover. The remaining 2 years of the TJ, which were available with 6-speed transmission. And then I believe up until 17 or 18, you could get this NSG 370 6-speed, which is just a fantastic transmission, just silky smooth. That additional 6 gear just makes it really fuel efficient out on the road when you're taking advantage of 6 speeds. Just a real hoot to drive. Sorry if I'm walking fast, it's about 350 degrees here. Very hot. But in terms of drivability, Jeep just drives excellent. Track straight, no brake pulsation. With 4 brand new tires mounted a couple weeks ago, just extremely quiet. That tire, by the way, we put on prior to offering it on BAT, which that's a 255/70/18 all-terrain tire. Atlas Peralers, we use those frequently, just a great tire. It's a somewhat aggressive compound, but it's not noisy, but it's very capable off-road. But the air conditioning functions properly, ice cold, it's got hot heat. All of your accessories and controls work properly. And in addition to the tires I mentioned prior to sale, specifically we did a Virginia State Safety inspection, mounted those 4 tires, did a oil change, and basically just a general cleanup. I mean, it was very evident when we got the Jeep it had prior been just taken excellent care of. I mean, we did like I said, a general cleanup, waxed it, but this wasn't a Jeep that we had to really spend a whole heck of a lot of time, rubbing on it and compounding it. Paint is very nice on it. And Jeep does not appear to have been off-road. Another feature on the Saharas, they came with what was called the Sunrider soft top. So basically you can, in fact, obviously retract back the entire soft top. However, the Sunrider feature enables you to flip it back one motion. So in other words, if you didn't want to retract the entire soft top, you can just flip it back one motion. But very clean up in the wheel wells. I think I added some shots of the lower rockers, but the chassis rails are nice. Rockers, by the way, I mean, they're just mint. Oftentimes you'll see these, especially if they don't have running boards, where they've been catching a lot of flail and they'll pick up a whole bunch of stone chips and whatnot. This does as well have a matching 255/70/18 tire and a matching 18-inch Sahara alloy. The tire is actually the original OEM Bridgestone. I don't think it's been used, but nonetheless, it's a full size with a matching wheel. And inside your rear stowage compartment, very clean. Looks like it's been minimally used for any utilitarian use. Very clean back here. These have a cool stowage compartment in the back. Specific storage area for your jack and tools. And then this seat very easily folds forward. And I'll put a separate picture of this, but basically, you know, if you don't plan on carrying a lot of passengers, if you got dogs, whatever, you could actually just pop that seat out and it gives you quite a bit of room in the back. But nonetheless, it's a real easy process. You can even still see a lot of the Mopar scribing on the rear control arm mounts. But just very clean chassis. Yeah, I mean, overall, you know, not to beat it to death, but I mean, just a very clean Jeep. I mean, nothing's perfect, but, you know, picking at it, you're going to see, you know, to be expected, just some minuscule, you know, bug splat, touch-up marks on the front, but very minimum. It's got one little mark picking at it on the right rear flare. We might be able to touch those up. And that particular soft, that is original top, and it's in excellent shape. The khaki top was actually, you didn't see it that often, but I really like the way that it coordinates with the khaki interior. But anyways, this from the factory had the tinted glass option, meaning that your rear side curtains, which are removable by the way, are actually tinted. And your rear curtain. So if you got, again, kids or dogs in the back, it just dumbs down a lot of the sun and the heat. But with the 255/70/18 tire, it just really gives it a good stance. Again, it fills out that wheel well. I mean, that's a larger tire that came on the Sahara. But they did a really good job in terms of, the way that the tire is parallel within the wheel well, and it's parallel with the way that the running board runs. Yeah, I mean, bottom line, if you've been looking for a super low mileage, 52,000 miles, quite loaded with options, Sahara package, 6-speed, very unique color in the Jeep green, clean Carfax, no accidents, just recently serviced, brand new tires, fresh oil change. It does not appear to have been off-road, was owned by an adult, never been in a mud hole, just a nice, honest, clean rig. And we'll upload a separate startup and running video. But keep it on your list. There you have it.